Welcome to our other episode on social media addiction series. If you haven't watched our previous episodes, please go and watch them so that you catch up with us, so that we are at par as we move, okay? Now, how do you know you are addicted to social media? What are those signs that you can look at or you can trace in your life so that you know you are addicted to social media? Or what are those patterns that you can observe in somebody's life or in your own life so that you're able to make a conclusion that, well, I'm addicted to social media? Now, let us tackle a few. There are very many, but in this episode, we'll tackle maybe 2 or 3. And number one of it is loss of control. Okay? Social media should not control your time. Social media should not control your mood. Social media should not control your relationships. And social media should not interfere with your productivity at any time whatsoever, okay? And if those things that I've mentioned are being interfered with because of social media, because of that gadget that you're having, then there is a high probability that you just may be addicted to social media, okay? Now, it shouldn't control you. And if you can't do a meeting, if you can't do a church service or a fellowship, if you can't do a family time, for an hour or 2 hours without having the urge to check your phone, to check those notifications, then there is a high chance that you are addicted to social media. And if you're this kind of person, just under the loss of control, when you wake up in the morning, the very first thing that you're reaching to is your phone or your laptop, whichever you use, to browse through social media. If that is the habit that you have, then that is a very good sign to show that you are addicted to social media. Because when you wake up, surely, the first 5 minutes, at least take a deep breath. If you are a Christian, give thanks to God for the new day. If you are not, pray to your God. And if, you can do something else, or maybe do a checklist on what you're supposed to do in that particular day. At least do something when you wake up. The very first 10 minutes, you shouldn't be reaching out to your gadget just to check the notifications or who texted, who responded, who said what, and all that. No, that should not be the trend. Let's teach ourselves to avoid that. That when you wake up in the morning, do something else. Pray, check up on your kids, or at least do something before you get into, doing what you're supposed to do in that particular day. But you just wake up, the very first thing, you open your eyes, and then boom, you reach out to your phone. You are addicted to social media. And under the same point, if you are this kind of person, when you're going to sleep, at least 1 hour, before you sleep, don't spend it on your phone. But if before you sleep, you actually sleep with your phone in your hand, just because you went through TikTok until now it became like a lullaby, and you slept with the phone on your hand, just because you couldn't put the phone aside, charge it somewhere else, even far from your bed, and enjoy your sleep. If you are that kind of person, then it means you are addicted to social media. So the first thing in the morning, unatafuta simu. The last thing before you close your eyes, unalala na simu kwa mkono yako. You are addicted to social media, and that is a very good sign. Now, number 2 is excessive time online. There are these people who can just be online. Not that they are working, si ati wanatafuta pesa or something. They are just scrolling. They're just scrolling from one platform to the other, to the next. And before they know it, they have spent like 3 good hours on their gadgets. Then that is a very good sign to show that you are struggling with social media addiction, and it has become so hard for you to stop. So if you realize you're that kind of person, then you need to really watch out and cut down the amount of time that you are spending on social media. Actually, someone said too much of something is poisonous. They did not specify too much of what. They just say too much of something is poisonous. Too much of spending time on social media is very, very poisonous. Okay? So let's be very careful and let us monitor our time on social media. Let's have limits. Let's have moderation. Let's not, consume content in excess in social media. Okay? It is not healthy. So if you're that kind of person who social media is interfering with your relationships, it is interfering with your time, it is interfering with your moods, it is interfering with your productivity of the day, then that is a very open and direct sign that you are addicted to social media. Loss of control and excessive time on social media are very major signs to show that you are addicted on social media. Stay tuned for more videos. If it has been of value to you, feel free to share, invite more people to gain this knowledge so that we take care of ourselves and we become better versions of ourselves even as we walk this journey together. Stay tuned for more. See you in the next.